Hey, it's day 22 of my journey to recovery, and today was pretty good. I'm sorry if it's a bit dark. I'm actually driving right now. I'm just planning to drive around for a bit before going home. And yeah, so I've linked my phone and I'm on YouTube on that phone, and I'm listening to people watching right now, and I just got a first-hand experience of it. And it's because, okay, so let me just tell you about my day first. And I'm gonna be replaying this song, so hope you guys don't mind, whoever's watching. So today was was a little bit funny and eventful, I would say. So oh shit, so today I went to fish with Rahman again, because he said there was this new spot that we should try, and I was like, yeah, sure, why not, you know. We had high expectations because one of his friends went there and caught a pretty decent fish there. So yeah, so we went. We were supposed to meet at 9:30, but I overslept because I fell asleep at around 3, 4 or 5. I don't even remember. I couldn't sleep last night. And it's normal, I guess, you know. I'm still thinking about you and whatnot, but I'm starting to realize that, yeah, you know, whatever's out of my control is out of my control. You know, I shouldn't think too much about it, and you can do what you want. And I keep saying this because I'm trying to reaffirm this and all that. So it's really that, yeah, you know, if you wanna fuck around, or if you wanna date people, and if it helps you on your journey and self-discovery, then sure, I'm all for it. And honestly, right now I'm just thinking a lot more about myself, you know, honestly, and it's helping me, you know. I start to think that, you know what, I'm not doing any of this for anyone, and I really shouldn't care at all, or care too much about what you're doing and what you're going through and what kind of decisions you're making, because honestly right now we're just friends, and there's only so much a friend can do too, you know. And I can't even put too much emphasis on not being able, on controlling your life, I would say, or influencing your decisions. So I'm starting to learn to, like, yeah, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna let you do whatever you want to do. I had a meltdown last night when I saw your photo on BSEO. You were looking really good, you know. You were all dolled up, pretty as usual, and you were holding a beer in your hand, and you're giving the camera a look that I recognize all too well, you know. Because yeah, that was the look that you used to give me, you know. And yeah, it did hurt, and I did have a meltdown in the sense that I texted Asri and I was like, hey, yo bro, can you just see who Reina is with and whatnot. And so yeah, and that was at 3 a.m. and Asri woke up at about later in the day, and he was like, yo, chill bro, you know, it's fine, you know, just ask away and whatnot. And he said like, oh yeah, she just posted a selfie of herself and whatnot. And I was like, hey, yeah, that's great, you know, you can do what you want. And usually if you're out like that is with someone, and of course someone took the photo of you, and sure, you know, it's out of my jurisdiction and out of my control as to what you decide to do and what you want to do. And if you're seeing someone, hey, I'm happy for you, you know. If it helps you move on, or if it helps you to help you, whoever that person is, if they help you on this journey of self-discovery, then hey, I'm all for it, man. Because that is what I wanted of you, and if that's what you're deciding to do, then sure, by all means, do what you want, live your life. Because you're 4 years younger than me, you're 21, and I know what it's like to be at 21, you know, doing things and fucking around and things like that. So whatever it is that you're doing, I know that you're doing it for your own, like, yeah, that it's the best for you, because you're in control of your life and you decide what happens. So that's where I just start to let go, and I start to have this realization, and things start to click, and they start to make sense that why am I stressing so much over you when I'm a mess and I need to focus on myself. And in order for me to truly love myself, to be the best version of myself, and to be able to be true to myself, I first need to take care of myself. I need to be able I need to make sure that I'm able to render the type of help, the type of support, the type of care and love and compassion and friendship and whatever it is to like those that I care about, that those that are close to me. Or you don't have to be close, just anyone. It can be a stranger, it can be a friend, it can be a colleague. And really the talk with Nachum just really set my head, because I was fishing today and I had a lot of time to think, and one of the things that popped up in my head was like, you know what, I was unhappy with myself because I wasn't true to myself in that sense. And the reason why I wasn't true to myself was because that I am unable to render care for my own self. You can't fill somebody else's glass, or you can't even help someone out if you're a mess yourself, right? And through these years of self-neglecting and just constantly putting others first, there's nothing wrong with putting others first, but you have to make sure that your own cup is full. You have to make sure that you are able to render the type of help and the type of support that you can afford. And that was a mistake with me. Because I knew what it feels like to be in some of the situations, and I was so eager to help that I had never even considered that whether I'm ready, in that aspect, like whether I am able to provide as much as I would like, in that sense, because the lines were blurred, and the lines were in a sense, like, to be honest, the lines were blurred within myself. And that's one of the things that I struggled with for the longest time, because I didn't know what self-care and self-love was, and all I knew was to help others and to put others first. And and like I've said earlier, I there's nothing wrong with that, but it's just that now that I'm better equipped as a person through what has happened, I'm honestly, the breakup was a really big reminder and a big wake-up call for myself, for me to be able to realize that I'm not ready to care for others when I can't even do it for myself. And I'm grateful, I'm hurt, and I'm all of these emotions. And now I'm just telling myself that it's okay to feel these emotions, because I'm human. When a relationship ends and it hurts, I always tell people that if you're crying, if you're hurting, that just proves that it was real. And that's what I've been experiencing a lot. And I still have, it's been 21 days and I'm still having meltdowns, and I'm still having those sudden I would call it like a mini heart attack whenever I see you, or I see a picture of you, or whatever it is. And it's okay. I'm telling myself that it's okay to be able to feel all this and whatnot, because it's still pretty raw, and I'm preventing myself from falling into my own cycle again and getting my heart broken again by reaching out, by looking out for you, like by looking for you, in that sense, with Instagram and TikTok and whatnot. And right now I'm just staying away from those for my own mental health, for my own social media detox, and I'm just working on myself. And so I don't know how it led to being I'm not sure how I managed to talk my way into this situation, but yeah. So anyway, I had a lot of time to think, and I had a lot of time to reflect to myself, and I decided to that really, how bad do I want it? How bad do I want the best physical version of myself? How bad do I want the best emotional version of myself? How bad do I want the occupational side of me? And those were the questions that drove me further. Is the want for this, is really the want for me to be the best version of myself for myself that drove me on today. And because we ended fishing at about it was the whole day, and it was crappy weather. Honestly, it was really hot, and then it rained like hell, and we were soaking wet. And Waishan, he came along to just take a look at like just drop by and say hi. He was a real G for that. He brought us cigarettes and some beverages, so I'm grateful for that. Thank you, Waishan. And really, it's it was horrible. And when we went home, we were still soaked, and everything was dirty, and we had to wash up and clean up all the equipment. And then at that point it was about probably 8 p.m. I guess. We reached home about, Rahman went over to my place. We got there about 8 p.m, 8:30. And then I was contemplating, because Huashen was already in the gym with his girlfriend, QM, and they were already working out. And I was like, hey man, we're supposed to do chairs, I was a bit upset, but I twisted that, or I turned that thought into a positive one. Was like, okay, I can't expect him to be adhering to me all the time. So when I was there, I was supposed to do chest with him, and he had already done something. So I was like, okay, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to do arms. So I just did arms and whatnot. So, but prior to that, I was really hesitant about even thinking about going. I was like, I'm kind of lazy, I'm kind of tired, and all these kind of things. And then I thought to myself like, hey, how bad do I want it? How bad do I want to see myself in this version of myself? And I went there, and I didn't bring my earpiece, and I was just listening to the gym music, which was pretty hyped, it was pretty nice. And I got myself hyped. I was like, fuck, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna hit this workout, and I did. I did to the best of my ability, and I just went out and did it. I just improvised, and that's something that I'm proud of myself today. I was disciplined to go to the gym, although running still needs more work and discipline, but I was disciplined enough to go to the gym, and I was disciplined enough to tell myself that, hey, okay, plan A failed, what's my plan B? And my plan B was to do arms, and so that worked out really well, and I'm proud of myself, pat on the back, and I'm pretty happy that I managed to do it and not feel the laze, not feel the laziness of, oh fuck, and I gotta work out and things like that. And instead I just hit the workout really well, and I felt that, yeah, that was pretty good. So after that, about people watching. So I was because QM was with Huashen, and then we were walking to his block, because I parked at his block, because it's cheaper than parking at Jurong Point. So we were walking there, and then because I had suggested to Huashen about, you know what, hey, why don't you bring your girlfriend and we can go and dress you up? Because honestly, he looks like me when I was in secondary school, and I've grown out of that style, and he's still in that phase, like the lazy t-shirts and short jeans and all this. And I was like, nah man, you got a girl now, you're 25, you gotta up your game. So I was telling him like, yeah, bring your girlfriend, we're gonna go one of these days to Uniqlo to just get the basics first, like things that look good on him, and then so that he can be a bit more, in a sense, for lack of a better word, presentable, and more modernize his style. And so I was telling him that, yeah, why don't you tell your girlfriend and we can do it. And then just now, after the workout, we were walking, and then he told me, hey, Kim, my secondary school friends call me Hakim. I told my girlfriend about it. She says it's a good idea, we should go. I was like, yeah, I fucking told you, man. And then so that was a really big instance of the people watching, and I want to feel this kind of love and affection again, and be able to fall without caution and just love someone. But in order for me to get there, I need to clear this main huge hurdle first, which is self-love, self-acceptance, self-esteem, and self-confidence. All those words that are at the front are self, and those are the things that, in order for me to elevate myself, to bring myself to the next level, it will be to focus on me. So that's my plan. I'm gonna just keep my head down and work. And it's really great that Huashen is with me on this journey on the physical side, and I'm still looking for a job, yes, but I feel that I'm a little bit in a much better space to start working again, working at a full-time job. So I've been looking and I've been applying, and I'm just gonna, I think now it's like 10:30, I'll be back about 11:30, so I'm just probably gonna read my book for a bit later, and then I'm gonna go to sleep and wake up early tomorrow and start my day right again. So yeah, the instance of people watching, it was just watching him, like we were all interacting with each other, we were all teasing Huashen, and I was like, that was me, and it was great while it lasted. And now that it's gone, it's just a happy memory that I keep and I revisit sometimes, but I know that I can't depend on that memory or those feelings that I had at that time to determine what's going to happen in the future. Like what Nachum said, why hold yourself back? Why would you say that you want to find somebody as good or as blah 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 as person A, when you can actually say that when you can open yourself up to finding someone better than them. And those are the things that really, you know, resonated in my head. You know, like it's really something for me to think about and something for me to accept and to be okay with. And I'm in the process of that. I acknowledge that I'm still in the process. It's been 21 days, and whether or not she has gone out with other guys or whatnot, and that's on her plate. For lack of a better word, I don't give a fuck about that. She can do what she wants because it's her life now. But right now, I'm just working on me. I'm just thinking about, you know, what can I do to make myself better? What should I be focusing on? And those are the things that are pushing me forward every single day, whether I notice it or not. But like today, I noticed it. But yesterday, the day before, I was a bit shaky. And it's okay. I'm human after all, right? So that was the main takeaway of today, you know, that you gotta do things for yourself. And I was preaching about it to Kelly, one of my colleagues, and I was saying that. And right now I'm executing it. You know, I'm preaching about it, and I'm going by these words, because what good would it be if we all talk? Even Nachum said he wants me to start running again, because I told him that I had slipped a bit on my running, and he said, I want you to run again. That was one of my homework, because he said, you know what you have to do, you have the plan, you have the knowledge, but what makes a person successful, I would say, is applied knowledge. So how you apply the knowledge in your life. How do you take whatever you've learned and make it a reality, and make it a goal, make it a routine, discipline yourself. And that's what I'm aiming to be. When I was in the gym, I was looking at all these other dudes, and I was like, damn bro, they're ripped, they look hella good. And I'm thinking I will get there one day. And whether or not, I mean, I don't want to get too big, you know, I just want to get lean. I want to have a beach body, and I want to go to the beach and take off my shirt and feel amazing about it, you know, that I can show myself off. And I was like, hey, this is what I've been doing for the past X months or the past X years, and now I'm going to flaunt it, because hey, I deserved it, right? I deserve it. I deserve being able to flaunt myself and be happy with how I look once I've done the work, which kind of relates back to what Fairuz said when at a job. Just keep your head down, don't say much, just do your work. And then once you've done your work, once you've proven yourself, then you can talk. And that's what I'm planning to do. I'm going to keep my head down, I'm going to work, I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to keep being the best version of myself. And the most tangible one right now is working on my body. And that's something that I am able to you know, drive myself every day. Discipline. I'm going to try and discipline myself as much as possible to be able to focus on this goal. And then following that, the next tangible thing would be working on my emotional health and side, and my mental side a little bit more. And that's, I know I say a little bit more because it's very tough for me to do that, and I know myself, so I don't want to overburden myself, and I don't want to overload it, and then I will just crash and I'll fall into the same cycle of like, fuck man, blah blah blah, I'm unlovable. But right now, the fact of the matter is that Nachum has proved to me that yes, I've started 6 relationships. Whether they lasted or not doesn't matter. What matters is I've made 6 individuals fall in love with me. He said that means that, you know, that really means that you're charming, you're able to be honest with someone and show your true self, and people are attracted to it. And though that's, you know, that what he said is has stuck with me, and it's amazing. And I'm starting to recognize my self-worth a little bit more, and I'm adjusting my beliefs, because he said beliefs are based off feelings, not facts. When he laid the facts up to me in my face, I was like, yeah, you know what, you really make sense. I'm quite a logical person with an emotional side, you know, it's like probably 60-40, but as of late, I have been really letting my emotional side affect me a whole lot more, and I'm looking to change that. I'm looking to look at facts, you know. That doesn't mean I'm going to compromise my emotional side. I'm still going to be very emotional. I'm still going to be vulnerable with people that I'm okay with. I'm still going to be the good sides of me are still going to stay. But it's just that when it comes to myself, I have to be a bit more stern. I have to be a bit more realistic and look at the facts rather than looking at the feelings, because it is inevitable. Feelings, we are human, we feel them after all. But what we do with these feelings, now that's the game changer. And that's what I'm planning to do, and that's what, you know, I'm working on and really I feel super motivated today because I did something for myself, and that was to go to the gym and to work on my goals and to make sure that I am the best version of myself, you see. Because I keep talking about I want to be the best version, I want to be the best, but today was a real example that I was lazy to go to the gym. Honestly, I was like, fuck, I was almost so close to texting Washa and saying, hey bro, I think I'll just go tomorrow. And I just realized that, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna work on myself. I'm gonna be able to do this for myself. And that's what drove me forward. And that's the thing I recognize today, and that's the thing I'm proud of today. So this was a really long video because I guess it got a bit draggy, but I feel like it's good to get these thoughts and emotions and these words out so that I am able to, in a sense, rest easy, you know. I'm heading to Marina Barrage right now. I'm just gonna park the car. I'm gonna go for a smoke. I'm gonna just reflect on myself a little bit more today, and then I'm gonna go home. So yeah, the plan for tomorrow, the plan for tomorrow would be to wake up in the morning, go for a run. Number one, firstly, go for a run. Number two, get my breakfast, and then number three will be from the timing, from the morning to the afternoon. I'll be job searching, I'll be reading, and then after that, in the evening, I will probably go to the gym again with Hua Shen at probably about the same timing, maybe 8 or 9. And I want to make that a routine so that once I start work, my body is adjusted to going to the gym at 8 or 9 p.m. And that's what is going through my head right now. And that's the plan I have for tomorrow. So I'll talk to you tomorrow. As usual, take care, stay safe, love you. Easy out.